Right now, Bitcoin is retesting the June low, and will we be breaking above this level, or will this be the exact level where Bitcoin will find another rejection from and move even further on towards the downside? That is where I will be exactly talking about on today's update video, so don't forget to watch this video till the end, because I will be talking about some very important charts and much more on today's update video. So don't forget to slap up that like button on today's update video. Can we once again smash it back above 500 likes? That will be absolutely incredible. And without any further ado, let's jump straight away in towards the content. And once looking at the 15-minute time frame for Bitcoin, we can clearly start to see that Bitcoin has been creating somewhat of a small little uptrend right here. And so far, actually, we are still holding on towards this uptrend. We can see that previously around this level provided a support. Here as well, once we did broke below it, we got rejected. We moved towards the downside. We saw another rejection on the market. And once we here broke above it with a significant pump towards the upside due to these CPI reports coming in positively, we started to see straight away after we had to retest of the level once again that this level was providing somewhat of support. So in my opinion, if I purely look at this market structure right now, it is likely to expect that Bitcoin so far has, at least for the short term, found a little bottom on the market right here. Maybe next week we're going to fall a little bit lower, but at least for the short term, I do not expect that Bitcoin is going to be visiting lower lows. Right now, if I do look at the 1 hour time frame as well, we can start to see that Bitcoin has been creating a beautiful uptrend right here, just exactly like we've been doing on the 15-minute time frame. And what I will be saying is basically, as long as we do hold on towards this upward sloping support line right here, it is likely to assume that Bitcoin is going to continue its trend further on towards the upside. And basically what we're currently seeing is a small little relief in the market. But if we realistically speaking, once again, break below that red box of support or this orange box right here on the 1 hour time frame, it is likely to assume that we probably will visit lower lows in a very fast pace again, because this is the most important support to be looking at in the market right now. Then looking at the daily time frame for Bitcoin, we can start to see that currently, if we're looking back at the previous low in June 2022, so basically once 3 hours capital and Luna collapsed, we start to see the market fall down in a very rapid pace, and we basically came down towards levels of 17.6k. If I now extend this very important level of previous support in the market towards where we're currently trading on, we can see that this exact level is currently providing us resistance. So what is going to be important to be looking at in this market right now is where the daily candle is going to close for Bitcoin. If we do close a daily candle back above 17.6k, I honestly think most likely we have recovered, and the imminent short-term bottom is maybe getting found for the coming 2 weeks ahead of ourselves at least. But if we do see a rejection officially from off this level, so far the previous daily candle didn't look all too bright because it got exactly rejected from this level. But basically, if we do not break above that 17.6k level straight away, it could be maybe potentially mean that this is the perfect rejection, and that could be of course leading towards lower prices for Bitcoin. So it is extremely important to see where the daily candle is going to be closing for Bitcoin. Can we close above this level? That is going to be the big question. If we don't, this could be maybe the perfect shorting opportunity in the market right now. So also looking at the daily time frame, we've been of course bouncing exactly from that 15.8k where we've been talking about for the past 3 to 4 days on the channel already. Well, before we even reach that level, I already talked about that the 15.8k was going to be a major level of support in the market. Currently, we are retesting the most important support range here in the market. And I mean, if we even break above this support range right here, and if I'm going to be enabling the VPVR, we can straight away see there is straight away after that another very important range of volume resistance that we will be approaching, because the levels between 18.5k and 20.5k are basically big consolidation phases for Bitcoin. Bitcoin has been consolidating in this range, in this purple range right here, for an approximately 4 to 5 months, and due to that reason, it's going to be a hard range to be breaking back in towards. So yes, for sure, I am very skeptical that Bitcoin can easily break back in towards it, but if we do break back in towards it, it is going to be most certainly confirmed that the short-term bottom is going to be found for Bitcoin, and it is likely to then expect that Bitcoin is at least not going to visit these lows for another 2 weeks from then. So it's going to be important to see what Bitcoin is going to be doing from off this point onwards. But in my opinion, what is making this range so interesting for Bitcoin is the funding rates, because we can currently see that the perpetual funding rates has never been so negative as in May 2021 and March 2020. And you know, both of these events were very big capitulations, and everyone said that Bitcoin was going to drop even lower from off that point onwards. What was interesting to see is that actually on the consolidation phase from June to September, and also with the Three Arrows Capital and Celsius collapse, we didn't necessarily saw a large amount of negative funding rates, what means that basically not a lot of people has necessarily opened up big shorting positions, and still people were opening up longs. But now, this time around, it's definitely different. There are not necessarily a lot of long positions getting opened. The majority of the positions that are getting opened are all shorting positions. So that is interesting to be seeing right now. If you actually do want to be benefiting from the volatility that currently is in the market, if you want to be shorting the retest, if you want to be longing the break above the important resistance range, I would recommend to check out Bybit or BitGet. BitGet is very nice to use in the US because you can use it without KYC, you can use it without VPN, and you can withdraw over 30 Bitcoins on a daily basis. If you're anywhere else in the world, I would recommend to check out Bybit. Bybit also has got a $30,000 sign-up bonus right now, so make sure to check it out in the link in the description if you are interested in trading crypto and altcoins. Furthermore, looking at the daily time frame for Bitcoin, I mean, a lot of things are coming together right now here. We had a massive capitulation, and right now if we're looking at the previous all-time high downtrend here, we can see that this is, of course, has been providing significant resistance and support. And what are we currently having? We are having an exact retest of this level right here. So is history repeating? Is Bitcoin right now retesting the most important trend line in history of Bitcoin? And what is also very interesting to see, and I discussed this as well yesterday, if we will be looking at the Bitcoin price action on the daily time frame, and if we will be measuring this whole cycle from high to low, we do know that the cycle took us in approximately, at least so far we know, 364 days. And if we are looking back at the previous cycle in 2017 towards 2018, if we're going to be looking at the exact same cycle, it took us 363 days. So these cycles are pretty darn close towards each other. They are very similar towards each other. And is this maybe the end? Is this right now the bear market over for Bitcoin? And can we right now finally start to recover? Maybe it is going to be true, but that is of course only a thing that we will probably find out in the coming months ahead of ourselves. But just a very interesting part that I want to be pointing out. And now I'm going to go even in towards the better part of the video, because if I am going to be looking at the dollar index, there is something happening right now in the dollar index. Yesterday, the inflation came in lower than expected, and we've been already talking about the dollar index breaking its parabolic uptrend. And right now, ever since it also right now broke below the orange box of support, what is confirming right now, officially we're confirming a lower low on the market together with lower highs. The dollar index is officially breaking its parabolic uptrend, what means that this is probably going to be having an extremely bullish effect on Bitcoin, because the dollar has got an inverse relationship with Bitcoin. If the dollar moves down, Bitcoin moves up. If we are at least in healthy market conditions. So the dollar index breaking down, this is, in my opinion, a very good signal. Also, if we're going to be looking for the next Fed meeting, we're expecting that the next interest rate hike is only going to be 50 and not 75 anymore. And that is also due towards the core inflation and the general inflation coming in lower than expected. So this could be meaning a lot of good things here for the coming year of 2023. And I honestly also do expect that 2023 is actually going to be quite a good of a year for crypto in general. Looking then also at the US 500, the S&P 500, I should say, we're bouncing back towards the upside. And we are currently already up in approximately 12 to 13% from our lows. So it's interesting to see that the S&P 500 has been bouncing significantly. So far, Bitcoin has not been bouncing as strong as the S&P. And that is, of course, all due towards the reason that FTX is currently experiencing a bank run. But as soon as the dust will settle, most certainly the market can recover in a very fast pace. At least what I will right now do is prepare myself for the next big bull run. And since the prices are right now extremely cheap, all I'm doing is just DCAing in towards the market. Can the market go lower from this point? Most certainly. This could be maybe the best shorting opportunity you will ever get in your lifetime, because this is actually looking like a very darn good indicator to open up a short position, in my opinion. However, maybe we're going to be breaking above it. Maybe we close the daily candle back above it and we're going to be crushing back towards the upside. This could just happen. So keep your eyes wide open on the daily time frame. Let's see where we're going to close. If we close above it, things are going to be starting to look bright again for Bitcoin. However, if we close below it, things could start to look very nasty. So this is it for me on today's update video. If you want to learn how to copy trade or make passive income in the industry, check out the videos that are currently popping up above in the screen right now here. But anyways, thank you so much for watching towards this amazing new update video. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out. Goodbye.